The only thing that she did wrong at the day and time was drive a vehicle.
With cocaine, alcohol in her system, beer in the car.
There's a fatality as a result.
Yes, sir.
Can you please read to me what happened?
Yes, sir. This crash happened back on December 24th of last year. Officers were advised of a four-vehicle crash at 5:37 a.m. on the 6300 block of I-45 South here in Harris County. Investigators observed massive damage on a Chrysler, indicating a head-on impact, massive force damage on a Mitsubishi, indicating a T-bone impact to the driver's side. Officers spoke with the HFD firefighter who was on his way to work and observed the Chrysler strike the Mitsubishi. The Chrysler cut in front of him, causing him to swerve to the right and hit an Amazon truck. He states that this defendant was the driver and sole occupant of the Chrysler, and the driver of the Amazon truck confirms the wheel witness's story and stated that he clipped the Chrysler as he was coming to a stop. The complainant was taken to the hospital where she was pronounced deceased. Officers observed an unopened beer can in the driver's seat of the Chrysler. This defendant stated that she was the driver and that she struck the vehicle. They observed a strong odor of alcohol in her breath, red glassy eyes, and slurred speech. She was transported to the hospital, and a DRE arrived, and she was Mirandized and she waived her rights. She stated that an SUV was stopped in a lane and she tried to swerve to avoid hitting it and then crashed into the other vehicle. She admitted to consuming 4 to 5 12-ounce twisted teas and smoking marijuana.
And alcohol in the car while she's driving?
Yes, sir. SFSTs were done. She scored 6 out of 6 on the HGN. She did not have vertical gaze nystagmus, and officers observed a lack of convergence. They were not able to do the walk and turn and one leg stand due to her injuries of a broken arm and sternum. There was a blood warrant and residual search warrant that were done, and her blood, Your Honor, came back at a 0.025 for ethanol, and she had, yes, 0.25, yes, sir. And then she had marijuana and cocaine in her system.
And what's the offer you get back?
We worked out an 18-month probation offer with 7 days as a condition, Your Honor.
I don't think that's enough. The fact that there's a dead body in this case, why is it not an intoxication?
It's a causation issue, Judge. We looked at it for an upgrade, is my understanding, because the other vehicle was on the roadway. Legally speaking, there's a causation problem, Judge, so that's why we came to the agreement that we have the families on board.
I'm not gonna say it. We have a dead body here. She has cocaine in the system. She's got booze in the car while she's driving and a dead body. I'm not down with that. No, we're gonna have to do something else, but I would be remiss a week in jail where we have a dead body. That's
Yes, sir.
And to me, just because you're 9 months pregnant doesn't factor anywhere in my mind, Ms. Sanchez. Ma'am, look at me. While you're about to give life, you took someone else's life. I'm sorry. How many lives are now ruined because of this? Not only yours, how about everybody else? Every single day in Harris County, someone is maimed because of the DWI. It's sick that we lead the nation in fatalities. And I don't know why they can't prove causation to charge you with intoxication manslaughter. But to me, a week is insufficient. It's not enough.
Yes, sir.
So
We'll go back to the drawing board and get
go
a
back,
reset, Judge.
but
Yes, sir.
I'm ready to set this case for trial now. So unless we can work something out today, I'm saying it gets set today.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
All right, thank you, Judge.
Your Honor, I understand that a fatality did occur, but the reason why they weren't able to charge my client with intox manslaughter is because this accident was unavoidable. If you were
Unavoidable?
Yes, sir. At the time of this accident, it was unavoidable. What ended up happening is that the deceased party spun out in front of her, and she was just going straight. The only thing that she did wrong at the day and time was drive a vehicle.
With cocaine, alcohol in her system, beer in the car at a 0.20. Let me ask you something. Have you ever done breath test? Have you ever blown into a breath test machine? Have you ever done those wet labs? You ever done that?
Okay.
I'm serious, really.
Okay.
Have you ever done it?
I'll go one further, Your Honor. Before being a defense attorney, I was a lieutenant with HPD.
Okay, plot twist. The defense attorney just revealed he used to be a lieutenant in Accident Division, meaning he's investigated fatal crashes himself. That's not just resume talk. That's credibility leverage. Now, this isn't just a lawyer arguing theory. This is someone who's picked up dead bodies, as he said. That changes the tone completely. But here's the question. Is he using experience to clarify the science or to outmaneuver the court emotionally?
Okay.
So I'm above and beyond. I spent 3 years doing accident division. So not only did I investigated these. So my knowledge is probably more superior than anybody in the room. I spent 3 years picking up dead bodies. And that is a true and factual statement I'm making before the court. So yes, sir, I have.
I did, as part of training when I was a defense lawyer, I went to these classes where we took the breath test machines apart, did all kinds of experiments, did these drinking wet labs where you drink and then you blow into the machine. And the one time we did it, we downed a bunch of booze and I blew into the machine and I was lit, right? And I blew a 14 and I was lit, man. And all I did was I blew a 14, right? 0.14. She's at a 0.2.
0.025, Judge. 0.025.
0.02.
Yes, sir.
Okay. I thought you said 0.2.
No, sir, no, it's 0.025 with the cocaine and THC.
No, so she's not 3 times or 4 times over the legal limit, yeah?
We were discussing about Ms. Sanchez. We were discussing when for you to do your jail time. Should we have you do it immediately to where you have the baby in jail? Is that cruel and unusual punishment? But then again, is a dead body cruel and unusual punishment? What's fair? What's not fair? I don't know. All I know is that you're charged with DWI. There's a dead body, but they just can't prove causation. And that's why you're not charged with manslaughter. But the fact remains is that we have a dead body. How do we reconcile that?
This is the philosophical crossroads of the entire case. There's a dead body. There's intoxication. But legally, they can't tie the two together beyond a reasonable doubt. And the judge is wrestling out loud with something most courts never say directly, what's fair versus what's provable. Because criminal court isn't about tragedy. It's about proof. So let me ask you, should close enough ever be enough in criminal law? Or is that how innocent people end up convicted?
You're pregnant now. And I truly hope that you've treated your body well throughout that pregnancy. Because if you haven't, and you've used anything while you're on probation, you're guaranteeing yourself a life of babysitting of a potential baby that will have developmental, potential psychological, physiological issues that you'll have to babysit for the rest of your life, which is punishment in and of itself. It's not fun. You're charged with driving while intoxicated. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. The agreement that you guys have worked out is 30 days in jail as a condition to probation for 18 months. As part of the probation, does she have any prior DWI staff?
No, Judge.
Any other criminal history?
Juvenile history only, Your Honor, but nothing DWI.
What all were you wanting done on the probation? Correct.
Yes, sir. We are asking for DWI education class, a victim impact panel, guardian interlock, no refusal, no drugs or alcohol, random UAs, 80 hours of community service, and a $300 donation to MAP.
Is this how you understand the conditions, Ms. Sanchez? I will keep you to it strictly. I'm going to monitor you myself. You will report to me here to the court so that I make sure everything gets done well. If you are not in compliance, I will issue a warrant for your arrest. You will be put into jail, and then you'll be facing up to 180 days in jail. If you test positive for alcohol or any kind of drugs, I will put you in a treatment facility in the jail. Do you understand, ma'am? No alcohol, no dope, no driving. You must have what does she have now? Does she have a scram right now? Do we know if she's had any violations while she's been on? I don't think so,
I
right?
don't
She hasn't
see any,
any
Judge, no.
Okay.
She has a scram device at this time, Your Honor.
We're gonna have to figure out something about as far as the baby situation with the interlock or with the portable device. I will follow the state's agreement here. But like I said, I'm keeping you close to me. From now on, you'll be facing a minimum of 30 days in jail if you ever pick up another DWI. Do you understand? You give up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, if possible immigration consequence, you can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization under federal law. Hey, if you can do the repeat offender to get the education class. Did you say victim impact panel?
That's right.
How many?
One.
One victim impact panel. You will be required to do a TRAS, which is an evaluation to see what other conditions you may need. You must fulfill those conditions. Guardian interlock, no drugs, alcohol, random UA. When are you set to deliver, ma'am? What day?
August 28th.
When do you think we should do the time?
And just like that, guilty plea. No trial, no jury, no dramatic verdict. But don't miss what just happened. The judge kept her on a very tight leash. Personal monitoring, 0 tolerance, 30 days in jail, strict conditions. This wasn't mercy. This was controlled accountability. Now I want to know, do you think this resolution brings justice for the victim? Or does it feel like a compromise the system had to make?
If I could request anything, Your Honor, it'd be the beginning of the year, in January 2025, the start of the year. That gives her time to nurse her baby and everything else.
She must get it done within 6 months. Okay. All right, ma'am, how do you plead to the offense guilty or not guilty? I will find you guilty. We'll send it to the disagreement. Good luck to you, ma'am.
Thank you, Your Honor. The state will pass the witness.
So that now it's what, 11:02. Okay, Mr. Flood, you ready?
I'm sorry, did the state pass?
State pass witness. It's
All
your-
right. Yes, I'm ready, Judge.
Okay.
So where to begin? You saw the video that we all watched of you approaching Mr. Martinez, right? Yes, sir. And despite your insistence on what you're telling, well, you told the jury that you asked him how much he had to drink, or if he had been drinking, right? That he admitted he had.
Yes, sir.
It's not illegal to drink alcohol and then drive if you're not intoxicated, right?
Correct.
Are you a drinker?
No, sir.
You don't drink any alcohol,
No, sir.
okay? Do you think everybody that drinks alcohol and then drives is guilty of DWI?
No, sir.
So you said you were out that night as a speed, to look for speeders?
It was a traffic enforcement. Yes, sir.
I think you said you were out there looking for speeders
Yes,
and also drunk drivers.
yes, sir.
So you were like the speeding and drunk driving enforcer that night.
Correct.
Are you familiar with the saying that when you're a hammer, everything looks like a nail?
True.
So that was kind of your role that night. You were out there looking for, I mean, it was the night shift.
Yes,
You're
sir.
looking for people to arrest or pull over for DWI, right?
Correct.
And you happen to find someone who looked like a nail. He was speeding and you smelled an odor of alcohol, right?
Yes, sir.
Now, you wrote an office report in this case, correct?
Yes, sir.
And you wrote that close in time to when this happened, right?
Correct.
You bring a copy of that with you?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I saw you kind of looking down earlier. It's okay to refresh your memory, because I know it was a little time ago, but can I just ask you, you don't read directly from it,
Correct.
word for word? But I mean, if you say, hey, do you mind if I refresh my memory? That's fine, okay?
Okay.
You stated that you smelled an odor of alcohol on his breath.
Yes, sir.
And that was when the state was asking you questions right here. You didn't say I smelled a strong odor of alcohol.
Correct.
You didn't say I smelled a heavy odor of alcohol. You just said I smelled an odor of alcohol.
Okay.
Right?
Yes, sir.
You could have said, when they said, what did you smell? You could have said, I smelled a strong or heavy odor of alcohol on his breath, right?
That's correct.
But you did not say that.
That's correct.
But you'd agree with me anyway, though, that just having the odor of alcohol on your breath, that doesn't prove a person's intoxicated.
That's correct.
Everybody knows that, right?
Yes, sir.
It doesn't even tell you how much alcohol a person has consumed, right?
That's correct.
Even if you said a strong odor of alcohol, that doesn't mean that, well, that person's really consumed a ton of alcohol, right?
Correct.
Okay, so he admitted to drinking. You smelled the odor of alcohol. That makes sense, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Him drinking and him admitting to it and you smelling it, that doesn't mean he was intoxicated though, right?
That's correct.
Okay. Now, I don't know who's, I mean, I'm 53, my hearing's not what it used to be, but he didn't say I had several. We didn't hear that. Are you telling the jury that that's what you heard? How old are you?
I'm 50.
Do you wear hearing aids?
No, sir.
Do you have trouble hearing? Has any of your family?
Sometimes in a courtroom, yes.
Okay. Have family members ever said something like that, like they have to me, that you have to repeat themselves?
But sometimes.
After listening to it, I think once or twice, are you still trying to, I mean, you're under oath here, right?
Yes, sir.
And you're still telling these folks here that we all heard that he said, I had several drinks? Or do you want to change that answer now? Just tell us the truth. He never said several drinks.
Okay, correct. Yes, sir.
Well, they got this man charged with a criminal offense. You understand that? If you were charged or a family member, would you want an officer up there not telling the truth to a jury?
Well, in.
Objection,
No,
Your Honor.
No, sir.
No, sir. Is that your answer?
Yes, sir.
So why is it okay for you to do that? You said it wasn't the truth.
No, I never said that, sir.
Did he say several drinks?
He said a few, yes.
Did he say, I had several drinks? Like you testified 2 times.
Yeah.
That's an answer, Judge.
Overruled.
Which is it? Because you just said, no, he didn't say that.
No, he said few.
Is that fair to exaggerate facts or to tell the jury things that are not true?
No, because a few means several.
But he never said several. He never said a few. You play it again? I'll play it as many times as you want. Can you, if I played it again, can you point out to the jury where he said I had a few drinks? Officer, look, I'm not trying to trick you. This is important. We want to be fair, right?
Yes, sir.
We want to be fair, right?
Mm-hmm.
Your job's too important to not tell the truth under oath, isn't it?
That's correct.
I mean, is it that important that you've got to exaggerate and make up things that aren't true just to try to convict this guy?
No, I'm not trying to convict nobody.
Well, then why aren't you telling the truth to the jury? We all heard it.
The video showed the truth.
Right. The video shows the truth.
Yes, sir.
You asked him if he had been drinking.
Yes, sir.
He said a little bit. Right?
I need to go back and see the video.
Really? It's not important to you? Did you watch the video before testifying?
Yes, I did, sir. Yes.
I just wanted to be clear about what happened, and we have the video, and then we have what you're saying the video said, and those don't match up, do they? Yes or no? Is what you told the jury match up with what is on the video?
No, sir.
How is that okay? That's not okay. You went up to him and you asked him, have you been drinking? And he said a little bit, right? I will play the video again. It's in evidence. Do I need to, or will you just agree with me that that's the truth? Because if you're not going to agree with me that that's the truth, you want me to play it again?
Sure.
You guys mind? Help me drive.
Your Honor, for the record, that's State's Exhibit 2 at the 2-minute 34-second mark.
Mr. Martinez, he's supposed to start going 100 miles an hour. Going home? Where you coming from? Over? 59? We got anything to drink tonight? Little bit?
You stop right there. What, you said how much did he have to drink? Have you had anything to drink? What did he say?
A little bit.
A little bit. He didn't say a few, correct?
Correct.
He did not say several, correct? Okay. So that's not a part of this case.
Correct.
Okay. Go ahead. Thank you.
Mr. Martinez, this week,
And Your Honor, for the record, this is 6 minutes 33 seconds. State's Exhibit 2. 6:32.
Mr. Martinez, how much did you have to drink alcohol during? One? Only one? Okay. You know I'm asking, back in study, alcohol.
You came back to the vehicle. You asked him again, how much have you had to drink tonight? And he said, 1. And you said, are you sure? He said, yeah. He didn't say a few, right? He never said several, correct?
Correct.
Is there anywhere else on the video that he said a few or several?
No, there's a part of the video where it says honestly, yeah.
I'm sorry?
There's a part of the video where he says honestly,
He said,
yes. Honestly, yes.
yeah.
Or yeah.
Well, that's why I wanted to show you what the state showed you. And the answers that you gave don't match up with what Mr. Martinez said, right?
Correct.
Okay. We heard you ask him 2 times about drinking.
Mhm.
Did he ever say he had a few or several?
No, sir.
But why would you come to court under oath and tell the jury that? Why? That's, may I approach the witness, Your Honor? I've got copies of your offense report.
Yes, sir.
I'd like to show them to you. I don't know what you have, but you wrote in your office report, right, that you asked the driver if he had any alcoholic beverages, right?
Yes, sir.
We heard that. That's the whole purpose of having a body cam, right? So we see the truth. That's the truth.
Right.
Not what you're saying, right? Right?
Yes, sir. Right.
And he stated, what did you write? He had only 1, and you put O-N-E, and then you put parentheses and the number 1 in there to make sure that there was no confusion in your office report that he said he had 1 drink.
Yes, sir.
You never wrote anywhere that he had a few or several, or that he came back later and said, well, honestly, I have more to drink. Is that it anywhere in there?
No, sir.
Is this the kind of police work that you are used to getting away with doing?
No, sir.
So you don't get away with this all the time?
No.
Or you do get away with it all the time?
No.
Yes or no? Do you get away with writing
Objection,
false
relevant.
office reports?
Let's move on.
On the back, you write again that you asked the driver if he had any alcoholic beverages. That's like 2 places. And he stated that he had only 1.
Yes, sir.
And you wrote the number 1, O-N-E,
Yes, sir.
and then you put parentheses, the number 1. Period. Anything about that I misrepresented?
No, sir.
You approached the vehicle and he was holding his license and insurance out the window.
Yes, sir. Correct.
You were gonna ask him for that, right?
Yes, sir.
How in the world is that a sign of intoxication? You said he was bouncing it?
Yes, sir.
That's a sign of intoxication.
Well, usually drivers.
Is that a sign of intoxication,
No,
yes
sir.
or no?
No,
Then why are you here trying to tell the jury that it is?
I never said that.
Do you remember 10 minutes ago when they were asking you questions and you said he was bouncing his license and you were trying to insinuate that that was weird or some,
That was an observation.
right, about like his mental or physical faculties?
Yes, sir.
So, okay. You talked about NHTSA, right?
Yes, sir.
I know this isn't the manual you received, but National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, that's NHTSA, right?
Yes, sir.
That's an acronym that stands for the federal agency that is the authoritative body on how to administer field sobriety tests, right?
Correct.
And they give you an arsenal of 3 tools, 3 tests. There's an eye test, the horizontal gaze nystagmus, right?
Yes, sir.
You know the name of the other 2?
Yes. Walk and turn, one leg stand.
Okay, 3 tests that you can use to administer, and as you said, to determine if a person is intoxicated or not, right?
Yes, sir.
And that's what you were intending to do. You smelled alcohol, you asked him if he would do those sobriety tests,
Yes, sir.
and he said no. People have the right to refuse those tests, right?
Correct.
And he invoked that right.
Okay.
He thought about it. He made a conscious decision and said no, right?
Yes, sir.
Which he has the right to do.
Yes, sir.
Now, what you decide to do if somebody refuses, that's up to you, right?
Yes, the National
Correct.
Highway Traffic.
It's up to
and
you.
Safety Administration.
Objection, that's non-responsive, Your Honor. I asked a yes or no question.
Both of you guys are, it's just, don't get hostile. Ask the question, let him answer it. That's it.
Objection, non-responsive.
What's your question?
I said if he refuses or submits, if he refuses, what you decide to do next is up to you.
Yes, sir.
Okay.